Naughty Dog, developer of the Uncharted series and The Last of Us, is currently hiring for an upcoming multiplayer project. 2 new job listings are for an online systems programmer and a multiplayer gameplay programmer. The multiplayer gameplay programmer listing describes responsibilities such as collaborating with art and design teams to create new gameplay features, plus programming tasks like scripting and networking. The job description emphasizes a love for multiplayer games that are fun but competitive. Now, the online systems programmer is a little more nitty-gritty, focusing on building those new online features, scaling the game's service to a large player base, and various aspects of an online service like matchmaking, player data storage and security, and virtual store transactions. You know, microtransactions, everybody's favorite. Now, don't get your hopes up just yet for a multiplayer mode in next year's The Last of Us Part 2. It's a bit more complicated than that. Back in September, Naughty Dog released a statement explaining that The Last of Us Part 2 won't include any multiplayer mode, but promised that a multiplayer experience was on the way in some form. The Last of Us Part 1's original multiplayer mode, Factions, proved surprisingly popular. It pitted 2 teams of survivors against each other using guns, melee weapons, and traps. It was similarly paced to the single-player combat, featuring slower, stealthier movement than what you might commonly associate with a multiplayer combat game. The confirmation that The Last of Us Part 2 wouldn't feature any multiplayer mode was disappointing for fans. At the time, Naughty Dog explained, "You will eventually experience the fruits of our team's online ambition, but not as part of The Last of Us Part 2. When and where it will be realized is still to be determined, but rest assured, we are as big a fan of Factions as the rest of our community and are excited to share more when it's ready." It would seem like these 2 job openings are for this unannounced online project. And now, for some speculation. The Last of Us Part 2 was recently delayed to May 29th. Of course, the PlayStation 5 is coming in late 2020. So you'll buy The Last of Us Part 2 on your PS4. One way to get people to buy it again on the new PS5 might be to include an extra multiplayer mode with the next-gen version. We'll see. For all your PlayStation news, stay tuned to IGN.